So I'm about to stick this Auxito LED light in my King Quad 500 here. This is a 2011. I think this should really be pretty relevant to any machine that uses this HS1 bulb. Actually, this is an H4 bulb, but you can sort of fit an H4 bulb into an HS1 housing. I guess we'll see how that turns out for me. So this should be really pretty easy to install. Set that down in a semi-safe location. Move down here, and I'm going to have to pull this dust cap off of here. And then we got a second dust cap that is also sort of wrapped around your wiring here, and we will kind of gently pull that off. You don't want to just yank because you might end up pulling this whole thing out. And this is kind of a spring actuated holder on there. We'll just flip that to the side and then pull your original bulb out. So this goes in like that. Those look pretty similar. One thing is that the metal on the actual kind of mating part here is quite a bit thinner than this. So we'll see how that goes. This is going to be installed with that third leg up. It seems like that fits in there just fine. I think the bit of slop there is the difference between the H4 and the HS1. The big reason that I went with these bulbs, and why I would definitely recommend, even if not this brand, it's something that is very similar to this. Basically, any automotive light that you buy, the cooling apparatus is going to be basically located here. You might also end up with one that has a big long cord and then some sort of little electrical box. And to try to hide that in here, I mean, it is pretty much just not possible. It's also not going to work very well because obviously you've got this dust cap that needs to go over it. So basically you're just not really going to get any cooling at all then for the bulb, which isn't good. Either that or you're going to end up with dirt and water in here. So the reason that this is so nice is that this whole back section looks essentially just like a standard halogen bulb. And the cooling portion, cooling fins, are going to be right in there. That is definitely much brighter. Still a great cutoff. A little bit wider beam, which I think will be good. Definitely impressive. The problem here is going to be when I turn this on, we're also going to get my light bar there, so I have to cover that up. That is pretty darn impressive as far as the high beam goes. That is pretty sweet. I am definitely impressed with that. That's like brighter than my light bar is. That's insane. That's a pretty bright light bar. Dang. Looks much better too, and that's actually really what was driving me nuts. Is just that my old halogen yellow hue doesn't quite match the nice, brilliant, bright white of the light bar there. So I'll be much happier just looking at the thing, having those in there. But my gosh, that is so much nicer. I wish I would have done that a long time ago. Dang, yeah, you can like hardly tell that halogen is even on. Sweet, cool. Well, I'll get that other one installed, and maybe when it's not -3 degrees out. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of -2 degrees.
Okay, well it's 5 degrees out, but that's still pretty cold. So I'll get that other one switched over, and I'll get all the dust caps put back on, and then I'll probably cover up my light bar, and we'll take this out for a rip and see what this actually looks like out on the road. Sort of good news, sort of bad news. I got the lights in, and they're definitely looking absolutely awesome there. That just makes this thing look like it's, it actually makes it look like it's from 2011 rather than 2001. But anyway, after I got them in, I realized that something happened to my light bar up there. Guessing it probably has something to do with my subpar wiring job down there, but either way, I guess that'll be good for the test drive anyways, so these will be all we're gonna see when we go out there and ride, since that no longer functions. Alright, just got back from a beer run on the sled, got the plow taken off. Let's hop on the King Quad here, and we'll see what these things will do. I'll adjust those valves one of these days. Mustn't run over the gas cans. So we're running low beam right now. And like I said earlier, when I do flip to high beam, my light bar is not on. This is actually the first time that I've had these out at all. I have not even been out here to test them. Haven't been out on my trails in a bit either. Looks like the deer are using them though. So this almost seems like these are maybe aimed to touch high. No, maybe not. No, I suppose they're about where you'd want them. They got pretty good fill. Not quite as much fill as a light bar. They're definitely bright. Let's see, I suppose I could sit still for a second here. Yeah, those are decently bright. Let's see what we got for high beams. Oh yeah. Yeah, not quite the spread like a light bar. I mean, obviously, the new lights aren't going to change the housing that they're in that much. Maybe a little bit different beam pattern, a little bit wider, but I would say they're definitely a huge improvement. So I would say I'm definitely happy that I picked these up. I think they're definitely a good option. I like how they fit in there, and they seem like a high quality bulb, and definitely brighten things up quite a bit. Got a lot more light. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in picking these up, I will put an associate link down in the description. That doesn't cost you anything extra to use that, but it helps the channel out, so I appreciate that. Otherwise, I think that's all I've got for you guys. Take care, stay safe, and stay swanky. That was a treat. Oop, that's also a treat.